So Hillary Clinton was able to get away. Was able to use her power and influence to ensure that evidence was contained. And we'll just go ahead and say it. We found her Blackberries. We found her iPads, and they have been destroyed with hammers. Coincidentally,
how many were destroyed? Was it like one of them?
I think it was like 13.
13 Blackberries and 5 iPads. This is according to the FBI notes that were released this week about what was going on with the investigation. New notes released, including the fact that all those devices were destroyed before the FBI could get to them. Don't we have like a clip of CNN?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, yes. Show that. First on the Bothersome Truth.
Unlike 17,500 emails that she lied about turning over. The server wipe. Within weeks of there being a report that she had a private server, it was wiped. She thought that C, which stands for classified, stood for cookie or something, which stands for classified. She thought that drone strikes are not classified. She said that the reason she used the private server is for convenience, and that she only had one device. She used 13 Blackberries, let me finish, and 5 iPads. This is somebody who is absolutely disqualified from becoming president. They destroyed Blackberries with hammers in the State Department. That's not what we want the presidency.
Actually,
and
Evan,
hold on.
Can you fact check that? Hang on, Evan Perez. Hammers, fact check that for me, please, on the fly.
Yes, they did, Brooke. As you mentioned, there were 13 devices, mobile devices, and 5 iPads that the FBI said that, in some way were used with her private email server, and they did, in some cases, just destroy them with hammers when they were done using them.
Her face.
Yeah, her face says it all. If you should stop that.
Right?
Yeah, you should stop. You should screenshot that because she stops him while he's just going down the list of all the things that Hillary's aide and campaign, whatever, was doing. And then they're like, no, let's fact check this. And he's like, yeah, 13.
So haughty, too. So haughty.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fact check that. I feel like I'm having a conversation with like the Democrats online. We're gonna have to fact check that. And it turns out, oh no, yeah, she destroyed.
It was shocking. And
13.
and if you're CNN and you're always like defending her, which I do think they do. I think they cover anti-Hillary news just enough to try to appear neutral when I don't think they are. So when you feel that, when you see that, it is absolutely shocking. And just to be clear, like, I want fair coverage. I think that just because people don't like Trump, that doesn't automatically make Hillary a good candidate. And when you hear people talk about the lesser of two evils, and they're saying you got to vote Hillary, like I posted on my Facebook, if you're going to keep supporting Hillary, you got to support this too.
Yeah.
Who else could do this?
Yeah, Mussolini could do it. Hitler could do it.
She destroyed
could do this.
evidence on the heels of an FBI investigation. She wiped her server.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine if the police came to your house with a warrant and said, we want to search your house? And you were like, just a minute, officer.
Yeah.
And then you close the door and start burning things?
Yeah.
And they see you burning digital evidence? They see you burning things and they go, okay, well, that's fine.
I didn't find anything. I guess there's nothing here, guys.
That's a Reno 911
Send the vans
level.
away. Let's go. Let's get out of here. There's nothing here. Nothing suspicious.
That's a Reno 911 level of police work. Like, that's not real.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. I don't even know why my mind is blown. I guess my mind is blown that this kind of thing is just happening right in front of our faces.
Right in our faces. It's blatant, open corruption with a complete disdain for accountability or law or any kind of due process. Like people have the audacity to claim that Trump is more dangerous than Hillary Clinton. Trump doesn't have the capacity to work with the RNC, or let's go ahead and just use a straight analogy. Trump doesn't have the capacity to work with his party to influence or rig an entire election. that we are currently in court battles about.
I can agree with that.
He doesn't have the capacity to throw out and purge votes. He doesn't have the capacity to purge millions of votes, right? He doesn't have the capacity to shut down polling station. Doesn't have the capacity to, while doing all of that, like she's very good at multitasking, by the way. Maybe she's good for the job. She's very good at multitasking.
She got a team.
While doing all of that, able to circumvent 2 FBI investigations while covering up evidence?
Well, see, I think Hillary and Trump are dangerous for the opposite reasons, actually. I think Trump is dangerous because of because of his level of ignorance. Like, you put a person that ignorant in the White House, and I think you have Bush Part 3, but even worse. Hillary, I think, is dangerous because of how experienced she is. Is because of how knowledgeable she is about the system. So I feel like Trump's incompetence would get us into another war. I feel like Hillary's intentions would get us into another war.
Yes.
And I think that's why they're both bad candidates. Like, I was thinking about this as we were preparing for the show, of just how, like, when's the last time we had 2 terrible candidates like this? Like, think about this. The recent polls show that Hillary's pretty close to Trump.
Right.
In the polls.
Yeah.
Think about how bad you have to be as a candidate that you are neck and neck with Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And think about Donald Trump. Like, no matter how terrible things you do, you're still in the running.
Think about the reverse of that. If you're Donald Trump, you're neck and neck with someone who has built a political and financial empire.
And then the debates haven't come yet.
The debates haven't even come yet. Donald Trump is neck and neck with someone who has 25 years of experience, or 25 years of experience being attacked by Republicans, and also 25 years, more than 25 years actually, he has an entire political career, of building political allies, financial allies, people like, the Walmart board of executives. Like, she's in everything. Her fingers are in everything. And Donald Trump is only losing by 7% to this person. And they're both highly unfavorable.
And I think it depends on the polls you see. I've seen closer polls. I just, like, for me, like, when a person says, I'm with her, like, are you with all of her? Are you with this?
Oh my God.
Like, are you with the fact that she's destroying evidence? Can you look me in the face and say that any other candidate, any other person could do that?
Yeah.
Destroy 13. Like, they destroyed them after they used them.
Yes.
Like, she lied. She said she only used 1 device. And she used 18. Like, how are you off by 17? When you said 1. That's like, how many dollars do you have in your pocket? I have 1. Well, let me see what you've got. You have 18.
Hey, man, you got a $100 bill in here, man.
That's not an accident. That's intentional dishonesty.
Yeah.
And I understand the people who say they don't want Trump to win. I get that. But that doesn't mean that it absolves her of these things. Like, I just can't in good conscience vote for either one of them. And just when you give up hope and you say, well, maybe this comes out.
I can't in good conscience vote for somebody like this, man.
Oh, like, I'm not either. I'm just saying that
Mussolini style governance before she, like, this is what we were looking at before Hitler came to power, right? These are the kind of signs that you're about to elect a dictator, guys, right? Where whether or not you believe the conspiracy theories or not, people who are scheduled to testify against her end up dead or missing for whatever reason. Maybe it's all of those deaths are coincidence. Maybe 20-something deaths are coincidence. When you have a situation to where, yes, she has her fingers and hands in every single agency of the government, as well as, of course, the entire DNC backing her, which is the mega political party of the United States of America, and they're willing to bend election rules for her favor. Like, that is the makeup of someone who, when given the opportunity, will put you in a martial law. I'm not saying that she's going to, but I'm saying that those are the parts that you need for a good old-fashioned dictator.
Well, this is what I worry about with the Hillary presidency. I worry that it confirms what a lot of people think. Like, if Hillary gets elected, I think it's going to be a turning point. And the reason is because it's going to say one of two things. It will tell a certain group of the population that corruption wins.
Yes.
Again. And it will say, hey, here's a candidate who made almost all their money from influence politics, access, selling their influence, selling their access. We see this from countless emails and countless leaks. And then it will also tell the other 99% of the population, guess what? Corruption wins.
Yeah.
And so it's going to cause, like, it's going to force some action, whether that is a political revolution, whether that is an economic revolution. I don't know what it is, but we will not be able to go back to status quo if somebody like Hillary is elected. Now, notice, I'm not criticizing Hillary supporters. I'm talking about, like, the support itself for her. I do think I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I couldn't destroy that much evidence.
Vampire Diaries?
No.
Okay, the Hillary Clinton supporters are sired. Anything Hillary Clinton
I know what
does,
that means.
Anything she does,
black
okay
black men have been killed for a lot less. Just put it that way.
Bothersome truth.
Stop.
Hope you enjoyed our dose of bothersome truth. We are constantly prescribing the medicine of truth. If you have any suggestions or would like to have your truth explored on the show, email us at bothersometruth@gmail.com. The best way to get your next dose is to subscribe, share our truth with your friends and family, and we can save the world together.